Okay, well, this is part two of this little power amp project I've got for the Zenith 3D32 chassis. And just to refresh, I basically just need to add the driver stage to this, and a potentiometer and a power source as well, actually. Hopefully get it running here. But so I got my parts in, and show you what I got here. So we got a on-off switch for the AC, heavy duty. Of course, we've had the socket for the driver tube. Have to enlarge the one of the holes in the chassis to get that to fit. Potentiometer here. This is an audio taper, 100K. The cap was missing from the original fuse holder, so went in and got a whole new fuse holder with a cap and some 4 amp slow blow fuses. I figured it'd probably be a good idea, since a lot of this stuff's so old, to get the slow blows, so wouldn't be replacing fuses unnecessarily. Some RCA jacks here for the input, and then this is the capacitor, set of capacitors that runs from the anode of the driver tube down to the grid of the outputs. These were kind of expensive. They're about $7 each, a little over that. But you know, it's basically carrying the input signal, so I didn't want to go too cheap with it. So hope that's worth it. And then just some miscellaneous, other caps and smaller values, and some resistors here that I'll need as well. They're kind of amazing how cheap some of this stuff is. I mean, these were like 85 cents for 10 of them, so that was good. So tonight I was trying to figure out how I'm going to fit everything into this little chassis, and really it's pretty full over here, and especially if I'm going to be putting another tube socket in here. I don't think I really have much room to fit anything on this side. I don't want to crowd all those pins when I'm trying to get in there and solder things. So I don't think I'm going to be able to put anything in on this side. In fact, I'm going to take this out, and then I've got the new one here that I'm probably just going to stick here on the side like that, and then switch hands here, and probably put the power switch back here in the back. It fits fine. And then potentiometer is pretty big. Takes up a lot of space, but I think I can probably get it in here. We'll set that there. I'll put that back in there. And then of course the tube socket goes there. And then the probably put the RCAs in back here. So I think I can get everything in. I kind of wanted to, I don't know if it matters or not, but I kind of wanted to keep the runs between the RCAs and the potentiometer and the driver tube as short as I could. I'm going to be twisting those wires as well. Try to keep the noise down or whatever. I had mentioned last time that there was a big bundle of wires that came out of this side. I saved all of those, so I should really just be able to reuse those where I can, to wire this stuff together. Just need to get a power cord, which, that shouldn't be too hard to find. I'm sure I've got one out in my electrical box, and then the tubes. But I think the first thing I'm going to do here is, get a file or something and try to get this hole enlarged, and then get all this other stuff put in there, drill all the holes out. And while I'm off doing that, you do what you do, and we'll check back in, and hopefully I'll have all that in, and we can start wiring things up. All right, here we go. All right, well, I got everything hooked in here that I needed to mount. I got the potentiometer, power switch, fuse holder, and the RCA input jacks. And it wasn't too bad. I do think I need a new set of drill bits. The steel is pretty heavy gauge, so the drilling was a little bit tedious at times. But the fussiest thing to do was these RCAs. The hole had to be exactly the right size because apparently, and I didn't know this, and I'm glad I did a little bit of research on it, but apparently these are insulating rings around here that prevent the outer shell of this jack from coming in contact with the chassis at this point. And then there is a little lug here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but a little lug in here that is not touching the chassis, but it is touching the outer ring that you're supposed to connect to ground. And I don't know exactly what ground that would be because all of this is chassis grounded. I don't know why it matters or if it matters or if this is right or wrong, honestly. Whether I would make ground here by having this touch, you know, the chassis here, or whether I come off of this lug and connect to ground somewhere else. I don't know why that matters, but, you know, I'm just kind of, again, flying by the seat of my pants on this, so, you know, hopefully I won't have some kind of a weird ground loop or something when it's all said and done. So, anyways, so got the parts in, and now I'm going to get ready to solder everything up, and I think I'm going to probably start with wiring up the filaments, the filament leads here to pins 4 and 5 on this new socket, and kind of run it over in sort of a series thing, and then we'll kind of go from there and wire up the new tube socket, and you know, really I don't think you want to watch all that, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and wire it all up and show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, check back.